Tell us 5 things about your book, Drafting a Eulogy for Classic Rock. By the end of this year, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards will be a combined 150 years old. While it might be foolish to bet against the Rolling Stones touring in, say, 2025, I wouldn't bet against it, though. I really wouldn't. All right, well, they're saying it might be foolish to bet against, yeah. There's little doubt that the genre of classic rock, its practitioners, its fans, its clout, is in steep decline. To write Twilight of the Gods, Stephen Hayden, who was born in the late 70s, spent time immersing himself in the music he loves. He listens to the albums, attended concerts, read canonical books on the subject, and generally mused on questions like, why is classic rock a lifestyle as much of a form of music? You know, I like this. So the book is called Twilight of the Gods. I'm going to turn it over to the chat, because this has been a debate I've been having for years. Literally for years. Is classic rock a genre or a time period? And I'm going to go to the chat in a few minutes. I'll answer it first. I say time period. There was a lot of different genres going on at that time. There was folk. There was prog rock really started. There was, metal really got its legs. And then there was kind of more, blues-inspired rock and roll, which I think is what we generally associate with classic rock. But really, that was just blues rock, a lot of it. And I think that era, that time period, really set the groundwork for everything that has spawned since then. I would say, in response to the claim that, classic rock is in steep decline, I disagree with that. I would look at it differently, and I would say that classic rock, its roots are still very much felt in a lot of the rock and roll that's going on today. And I think it's very much appreciated, and I think it's not a genre, it is a time period. A band's not going to come out today and be a classic rock band, unless, of course, they're a covers band. That's my opinion. Now, the argument could be made the other way around, that it is, in fact, a genre. I'll see what you guys are saying. All right, so can it be both? I'm going to go with no. I don't think it can be both. I think it's got to be one or the other. I just saw the Stones a couple years ago. Zero Divisor says they still rock. I saw them about over a decade ago, and they tore it up then, but it was more than a few years ago. A. Mars says time period. Daniel says time periods. Baby Gerald says time period. Let's see. The Stones started in the Jurassic period. Cool Dude says time period. Cappuccino Conservative says time period. Let's see. There will never be another CCR. I agree. Let's see. Classic rock. Garden Gnome says genre, and the argument can certainly be made for genre. It's a reason to make me feel old when young people call Nirvana classic rock. No shit. Yeah. You hear 90s stuff on classic rock stations now. That is true. So I feel like it can't be both. I feel like it's got to be one or the other. Although I can see how obviously the lines are blurred. I mean, some people say time period. Some people say genre. I say time period. But, and as far as when it started and stopped, we don't know for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and but one thing we all agree on, Nirvana is not classic rock. David, thank you for that book suggestion. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.